What's going on, everyone? Hello and welcome. My name is TIE Fighter, and today we are doing the Prison of Elders Warden of Nothing strike. For those of you that are watching this video, you're curious about what's going on. You're curious about what the deal is with this new strike because you haven't seen it yet because it's part of the Forsaken expansion. I'm here to show you. So the basic story here is that once again we're going back to the prison because there's some serious shenanigans going on and we don't like shenanigans. So I've got a buddy here, I don't know him, he and I are just running together right now, and we're gonna just see what happens. I'm gonna show you basically some of the main mechanics that you need to know and see if I can answer some questions beforehand so you can go into this strike very confidently. So the opening of this strike is obviously very simple. You're just kind of following along this main pathway. I'm running a pistol and a sidearm and a shotgun right now, not because they are particularly powerful, but because they are my highest light level weapons. Probably don't need to do that. It actually might be a good idea for me to switch away from the shotgun, just because it doesn't have any range on it. It does hit like a ton of bricks, but it's just not probably going to do the full DPS that I'm looking for, right? Or I can just get up in this guy's business. Oh, there you go. See, there you go. All right. Actually, yeah, I'm going to switch over. I just got a pulse rifle kind of recently, and we'll just throw that one on here. The Einstein.
Get this prison in order if you don't find that servitor.
There you go. We got our third. So I just had to cut that out a little bit. We got stuck at that door for 3 or 4 minutes. And I know you don't want to watch that. So now you're in this hallway, and you got to be careful because it looks very inviting. But one thing that you don't see coming until it's too late is a giant train is going to try and come through. Newsflash: if you get hit by the train, you die. It's not like it does a ton of damage. It's not like it's going to just take out your shields. It is instant death. So be aware of that. Maybe I'll go help out Mr. North over here. There you go, bud. So again, we're going to wait for the train to pass here. Never mind, I got impatient. Alright, so we're just going to go for it. Pray, 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 and you're going to slide down underneath here. Kind of like Indiana Jones. There you go. Alright, so now we're going to drop into this secondary area. Keep in mind you are still on train tracks, but they do give you some pikes to ride. So be aware of the trains that are going, and then go big, right? And so you can actually just switch back and forth. When the right train passes, switch to the left. When the left train passes, switch to the right. And you can use this bad boy to clear some of the stuff out. So big Hydra right here. Again, we're sitting on the pikes, though, and they have tons of firepower, so you can just use them and just beat that thing down really quickly. Don't forget you are in the Prison of Elders here, so you're going to see a couple of different enemy types as you're within this this instance or this encounter, right? Because the prison has no faction. All factions are here. Now don't be hasty, guys. There are trains, they will kill you. So make sure you spend as little time on the tracks as possible. Again, you can continue to use the pike here to rail down some of these big heavy hitters, or if you want, this is one little trick we found out. You can actually run on top of the tracks. So if you get up here, you can just not worry about the trains and you can just go and go for it. So this makes it pretty simple right here. Because you're just kind of on like a nice little highway. And then you have a good perch here looking at these bad boys. If I can shoot my shots. This is actually my first mission of tonight, so I gotta get my fingers in on it. So again, we're just gonna use this highway. We don't have to worry about trains. We really don't have to worry about getting shot that much. Don't forget, this is not the heroic version or the Nightfall version of this strike in any way. They can absolutely make this encounter harder by increasing the number of enemies or increasing how aggressive they are, because we're just not dealing with very difficult enemies right now. All right. Also, this is my first time using this particular weapon, so I'm actually kind of happy with it. It's pretty sharp little pulse rifle. I kind of like it. You can see that just got that Eververse achievement, so that's kind of cool. Oh, we'll get some bright dust out of that in a little bit. And if you didn't notice, that is the drifter. talking over you. The Drifter is kind of your coordinator on this one, which is kind of cool. We don't see him very much. I'm currently running the Arc subtype, not because Arc is particularly powerful in this area, but because I had the Arc Singe on yesterday and I forgot to change over. I normally like running Solar, but that's just me. There's no, I don't think there's a right or wrong way to do it for this strike. All right, so again, you can be up here, but the Minotaurs can get you pretty easily from the high spot there. So it's not quite as advantageous in this particular area. Oh. I pulled my sidearm out because of his shield, but then right when I whipped it out, his shield was gone, so my teammate took care of that. So be aware, we got a big thick boy over here, so be aware that he could potentially shoot at you, and then once you clear all the ads, his shield goes away and he becomes capable of jumping in, and he'll appear here very shortly. Oh, I don't have my, I thought I had my grenade ready to go. I didn't. Looks like my teammate just freaking railed on him, so there you go. He's not the main boss. He's not a particularly difficult boss. You just have to know that he's there, and he can hit pretty hard. But he doesn't have a ton of health.
War Machine is on the march.
So, the Reef captured some Red Legion.
You left the Cabal scattered after the Red War. Reef scooped some up. They took your tower. You took their dignity.
Okay, so we're going a little bit deeper in here. So we're tracking the Warden's Servitor. So the Servitor, which is obviously the Fallen, he's kind of taken over this area for now, so we're tracking him. Oh, hey. You can see we got a big boy over here, so be aware of him. Big Colossus looking dude. Just remember, he hits super hard. He doesn't have a shield, but he still hits pretty hard. Okay, I'm gonna go get him with a shield. Sorry, not with a shield, with a grenade. Is he gone? Oh, my teammate might have taken care of him. Maybe, maybe not. Nope, he did not. There he is. He's up there. Oh, he fell down. I got another grenade. He keeps moving. He's messing with my grenades. Come on, man. Let's see if I can get him big with this. Watch out, his grenade's blind, big time. They make it really hard to see bad guys. There you go. There we go, we got him. Now he's not, I don't think he's a guaranteed encounter because he's wanted, but I've seen him 2 out of 2 times on this mission, so it's fairly likely that you'll run into him. And again, you'll see he's not that hard, but kind of annoying because whenever he hits you, you get blinded, which kind of sucks, but here we are. So this is where you're going to spend a pretty good chunk of your time. So they've kind of put you in a sort of an arena here, and you're going to hear a voice in a minute, and he's actually going to pit you against waves of enemies. So you got to be ready for that. There we go. Alright, so they didn't do the voice. For some reason, there was no voice. But you can see on the left side, it says round 1. Can you see it? Yeah, right above my face. You can see where it says round 1. Defeat all the enemies. And we're going to go through a couple rounds here. So you can see, it's just regular Cabal. They don't have like crazy like packs of dogs or anything. This, especially round 1, not that challenging. Round 2 gets a little bit more interesting because they add a mechanic to it. not only do you have to kill enemies, but you're also going to have to dismantle bombs. And if you've gone through the campaign already, which I assume at this point you have, then you've done this already. So there's actually these mines that you have to disable, and just like in the campaign, you just have to stand in the middle here while they defuse, right? So, and the more people you have in the middle, the faster it goes. And by getting to 100, you have officially dismantled it. The caveat is now that we've done A, there is now B and C. And so you have to split your team up. Nice. Oh, Misfit, I've been waiting for that one. I should take back my words. It doesn't look like it makes that big of a difference to have 1 or 3 people on. Looks like it goes pretty quick either way. So one person can handle a spot. The only reason why one person wouldn't be able to handle a spot is if they got overrun. But as you can see, we're not being particularly overrun here. It's not that bad. I was going to punch him, but then he ran away. So that's round 2. And there's one more round. And we just got a big boy coming up right here.
You face final.
There's the voice I was waiting for. There he is. And I'm just going to super on him.
Challenge.
There we go. So you see, it took one person using their super. I didn't lose a lot of health. There weren't that many ads. This strike is not what I would consider supremely difficult. Especially, don't forget, I'm not playing it on the strike playlist. I queued directly from the Forsaken map, from the Tangled Shores map, and so there's no modifiers on right now.
Calls to you, yes.
Okay, so be very careful hopping down here. As you jump down this hole, you'll have to do this. I don't want to call it a jumping puzzle because it's not really a jumping puzzle, but you do have to look down to see where you want to jump next. And you just kind of have to make your way down here. Okay, you make it to the bottom of the stairs here, and now you come to this chest. Once you open the chest, though, a little shield pops up. Now, I should have been with my teammates there, but I wasn't. But when the shield pops up, the ground falls from under you, and you get dropped into this area. And if I... there we go. You drop into this area.
Get ready for the biggest gunfight ever fought in prison. That crazy Servitor.
Right? So be aware. Okay, it looks like you don't really have to worry about landing softly. Kind of takes care of that for you. And then you just jump into this main arena. And this is the final area. So it makes you think you've beaten it, right? Oh, hey, here's your chest, blah, blah, blah. And then it's not that. Oh, I don't have any heavy. So this is the Mad Warden. This is the Warden of the prison. We did about half health to him. One person used their super. I didn't have my super used. The sidearm is not very accurate. I shouldn't say it's not accurate. It's accurate, but it's very unstable. So I'm just waiting for my health to come back. Here we go. Let me get North back up here. So as you saw there, the Servitor kind of turned into a very sun-like. He was like releasing solar energy. And you saw the room kind of light up. And so you got to be careful. Yeah, so he's releasing sun energy, so you want to get out of his sunlight. So stay in the shadow. Remember, just like in the campaign, because he is actually hurting the enemies here. And wait till he kind of blacks out, right? So see how he's not doing that anymore. See how the room's kind of darkened. That's what you got to be looking for. His eyeball laser doesn't do a whole bunch. Be sure not to get knocked out of place by the scions. I don't know how much damage my teammates are doing here. There we go. See how he's popping sun again? Oh, I got hit from behind. That's all right. My teammates will pop you up in just a moment. There you go. Good job. So we got the big Colossus. Oh, I threw that grenade for nothing. go. So this is definitely a more interesting boss fight. There we go, we got him.
What's your scam?
And there you go. That's kind of the main mechanic. So you saw he brought on some of his bigger baddies as you were fighting him, but your main purpose here is to kill the Servitor. So you can ignore the big guys if you feel like you have the DPS to go after the main boss, but if you don't feel like you have the DPS, then you're going to want to focus on getting rid of the smaller bad guys first, and then focus on getting the big guy. Just watch out for the solar flare that he makes, and you'll be good to go. So anyway, guys, that's the Warden of Nothing. I believe the Warden of Nothing name is a reference to the Servitor, right? He was the Warden of the prison. Now he's Warden of Nothing because the prison is broken. But anyway, that's how you beat it. And if you have any questions, please feel free to post them below. It would really help me out if you guys feel like this was good. If you feel like it was informational, please subscribe. Please feel free to share it with friends. I would love that. Again, my name is TIE Fighter. If you want to see this kind of gameplay live, we do this every weekday night. I'm going to cancel out this. We do this every weekday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. I put the link down below on Mixer, TIE Fighter 559. But again, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a good one. See ya.